It's going to be a decision. Do you truly trust God? Not just when it's hit the fan and everything's going sideways and everything else, but do you trust God even when it looks good, smells good, feels good, and knowing that it could go sideways at any moment? That's when you start having that trust in God, going, you know what, God, even when I feel like I'm in control, when I'm really not, and it's just an illusion of my own reality, I have to trust you even if everything goes sideways and I can't do a thing about it. Because that's the moment. I mean, we can sit here and talk about fear. We can talk about what it is, how it looks, how it smells, how it makes you feel, all the weird, the turning of the pits in your stomach or the hairs in the back of your neck stand up or the goosebumps, depending on whatever happens to be. We can talk about all of it. We can talk about the repercussions behind it, of what it does to your body. But until you decide, now hear what I said, decide, you make a conscious, mental decision to follow God and become spiritual. Fear will always keep you in that loop. Satan's kingdom will keep you in that loop. Whatever it is your Goliath will keep you in that loop. Until you decide. Ironically, I was flipping. I got in the Jeep this morning, and I don't listen to Sunday morning Christian radio because most of the stuff on there is just a little weird. But my satellite was updating channels. Why did it pick then to update channels? So I hit whatever it is the station was, which was the local station, and he was talking about, which was probably the most profound I heard him, he was talking about the fact that we are in a battle for our life. And he talked about David and Goliath and now the fact that every single other member of that army was scared to death because they didn't trust their God. A 16 to 19-year-old boy walked up, grabbed 5 stones out of a brook, stuck it in his little pocket. He was the only one that decided to be spiritual, to look at this entire army and say, you know what? Y'all have fear. I'm going to trust my God. Because he's bailed me out of all this other stuff. I took out the lion, I took out the tiger, I took out the bears. Oh my, I've took out all those things. Now guess what? I'm going to go up against him because I know my God is bigger than any fear that could ever scream at me. But it is our decision of what we're going to listen to. Do I listen to the Goliath that says I'm nothing more than a dog? I'm just quoting Bible, even though that's what a lot of us hear anyways. Or do we make the decision to step over, through fear? David just didn't knock Goliath down. And this is something that I'm going to get up, I'm going to pace now. David didn't just grab in his little slingshot, flip it around, and thump him, and he falls on the ground and go, I'm done. We killed him. David walked up to that giant, stood on him, took the same weapon he had that he was going to use against David and took Goliath's head off. And at the moment you realize David showed us what true overcoming is about. It's not just about knocking it down once in a while. It's about sometimes you have to stand right up on top of its head and say, you know, I'm done with this. Because to be an overcomer, Dad used to say it so many different times. To overcome fear, you have to face that fear. Whether it's facing losing control, facing death, facing losing our kids, facing losing our job, facing moving, facing not moving, facing whatever it may be, until you face it, overcome it by stepping over it, is the moment of being an overcomer. Each of us have our how do I want to say this? I'm going to say it the way it came to me, and if it's wrong, I'll fix it. Each and every one of us have our pet fears. And the reason I say pet fears is because we've groomed it. We've brought it in. We've pet it. We've fed it. We've changed its collar. We've even said property of on this little pet fear that we just hold on to, and we keep it going, and we have it there, and we refuse to get rid of that thing. And we just sit there, and no matter what's going on in our life, it comes up and it snuggles right with us, and we just keep petting it. Until we get to the point we realize that that pet fear just became Goliath. And it now has control. Because we fed it, and now it's hungry. None of us enjoy facing fear. Not truly. None of us really sit there and go, I'm looking forward to facing my fear today. If you get that arrogant about it, you in trouble. But I will say, we can say, you know what? Father, with your help, the joy that you set before me, I can endure whatever it is I'm coming up against because you will assist me and help me overcome. And that I can find joy in. That I can be excited about. Because it's not me that's doing it. It's what God has placed inside of me. It's through the power of the Holy Spirit and through Christ all things are possible, that I can overcome anything that I face. And the same thing for y'all.